Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have more RPG goodness. This time we're talking about bizarre blades, bizarre chests, bizarre tomes, bizarre torches, more bizarre citizens, bizarre foes, bizarre sea folk, and bizarre goos. These are D66 items by Philip Reed. So let's take a look at these. Bizarre Blades, D66 items by Philip Reed. Let's read the back. Skewer, slice, and stab your foes with these bizarre blades. Use the D66 magic words and daggers detailed within these pages to add variety and flavor to your next OSR session. Each blade is presented in such a way as to inspire the game master. Where game statistics are listed, they are intended solely as a starting point for your imagination. You will need to exercise your own judgment when introducing some items in this campaign. Some of the included blades are brutally powerful. These weapons may subject the hero to several unexpected complications. Thank you to the many Kickstarter backers who made this and several other creative works possible. So there you go. So these are all books that are going to be used along with your role-playing games to interject some bizarre items that you find along your adventure path. Now, this can be used in any one of the types. It says OSR, but it can be used for any type of role-playing game that you want. Obviously, of the fantasy level, or if you want to use it for any kind of level that you want. And it's very, very simple. You can use a set of dice. So let me grab a pair of D6s real quick. So I'm going to use a red one and a black one. Take it easy on us. So what you do, so we're using this, roll 2 D6s, we're going to say red first. So we got a 33, so D66 do a 33. So you're walking around, you just got done the fight, you're doing some searching in a room, and you find a dagger of light. The weapon glows brilliantly, illuminating the area much like a common torch. The dagger's magical light cannot be deactivated. It casts an arcane glow at all times. Those who do not wish to give away their position must conceal the dagger's light by carrying it in a backpack or otherwise covering the weapon's blade. So it'll be a normal 1d4 damage for that blade, but it obviously has some special powers to it. So if we want to show you another one real quick, we could do number 13. And that's how you use these books. It's that simple. Longsword of Stars. This elven blade was forged centuries ago on the moon of a lifeless world. During the weapon's enchantment, the arcane powers infused within reached out to the heavens and tapped into the infinite stars. Now the sword's wielder may unleash the weapon's power once per day and at will. This causes a brilliant flash of light that affects all those but the sword's person in possession of the weapon. Those who witness the explosions of light are blinded for 1d3 rounds. Nothing short of a wish spell or some divine intervention may negate this blinding effect. So there you go. So these are different types of blades. So again, there's a whole bunch of different books like this. So we have blades. So that's one example of it. Chests, again, we'll just do, again, we're talking about 43. Storyteller Chest of Tales. Elaborate and beautiful scrollwork fashioned from strands of silver has been pounded into the surface of this wooden chest. The masterwork lock is challenging to open without the key, but it is non-magical. A talented thief should have no trouble picking the lock. Once open, the chest tells a single fairy tale before the lid snaps shut. Again, each story is 3d6 minutes long, and the chest never repeats a tale. So there you are. So these are different types of chests that you could run into. A tome. So 65. The Book of Watery Graves. Once each day, the reader of this work may, instead of an attack action, cast, create, or destroy water at a 5th level wizard. The book may not be used in this way more than once a day, regardless of the number of different readers. So again, so this is a tome, a chest, a blade that you could find, obviously, during your adventure. So let me roll on. How about some torches? Let's see what they got. 25. Torch of the Magi. When carried by anyone other than a spellcaster, the item works like any mundane torch. When carried by a wizard or other arcane practitioner, the torchbearer gains 2 bonus first level spell slots for that day. There you go. So again, this is just adding in additional stuff to your adventure. And I saw these, again, Facebook Marketplace. Saw a guy selling all these. I said, you know what, let me grab them. Let's start with our bizarre citizens first, then we'll do the more bizarre afterwards. So I rolled a 15. So again, you're in your adventure. How easy is this? Roll a 15. What kind of guy do you find? You go into a bar, what kind of person do you meet? Well, let's see, 15. Kend Esther. Any who sees this young woman of 20 winters instantly assumes she is serving maid and nothing more. In truth, Esther's physical form is a powerful illusion that masks the goblin wizard Halakala Jukas. Sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly. The fiend is using the disguise to purchase healing potions from a shop of magic. If caught, the goblin tells the PCs that he only wishes to cure his poisoned children and means the people of the town no harm. That's a bizarre citizen. Let's roll some more. So you'll see exactly how to use these books. So we're going to go with 26. So more bizarre citizens. So in that bar, we run into someone else. So let's find out a little bit about this person. 26, here we go. Anita Makela, thin, pale, sickly. These are all words that perfectly describe this elvish scholar. Makela is writing a book about the many dungeons of the world. She offers to buy the PCs a meal and drinks, of course, if they'll let her interview them for her book. There you go. So another person that you meet on your adventure. So how about a bad guy? Bizarre foes. 26, well, we rolled that number already, so let's roll something different. 52. There you go, 52. So these are easy to use, obviously. 52. Ada Rosas. She keeps her face covered in scars at all times. Why? Rosas was attacked by a crimson slime many years ago, and the encounter scarred her for life. The thing's acidic assault was so great that even magical healing cannot repair the damage to her face. She now earns her living as a pickpocket, and may have just picked the wrong pockets if she's facing the adventurers. So she's a pickpocket. So there you go. It's a foe that you can run into. You're down by a waterway. Well, see what you run into. 33. Nicholas Mavro, a blue-skinned aquatic kobold. This convening trickster is most comfortable when lying to the unsuspecting. Mavru is trying to sell a treasure map. He has decided that the PCs are the perfect mark for his latest scam. So, scheming guy. And last, we have the bizarre goose. 42. So each of these books obviously are used exactly the same way. You roll the dice and you get people that you run into. Sword slime. Left unchecked for days, a hazardous slime slowly dripped into a vat of molten metal. The two viscosities fused until they were one. In the newly formed creature's attempt to escape, it knocked over a weapons rack, lodging several swords in the thing's bubbling mass. These stabby pointed blades now protrude from the sludge that creeps its way along the dungeon floor. Any who come within 10 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity check or suffer 3d6 damage every round. This goo is also immune to fire. So some goos that you run into. So to help you to enhance your role-playing experiences, here are 9 books, 9 bizarre books that will help you do that. Again, these are D66 bizarre tomes brought to you by Philip Reed, and they're here to enhance your OSR or any of your role-playing games, your fantasy role-playing games. All you need is a set of 2 sets of D6s, throw them together, and you have a whole bunch of new characters and items that you can find for any RPG setting. So as always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Of course, you could always hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to when we release any new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.